Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. For those of you who don't know me, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by. So I originally had this look completely filmed and everything ready to go, and then I lost the file. So I had to redo it. So here I am for the second attempt at this look. I do hope that you guys enjoy this, and we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. Hey, we're going to go ahead and get this look started with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Classic Ivory. We're just going to put this all over my lid. I'm going to use this as an eyeshadow primer. If you guys have been with me long enough, you know that I am not a huge fan of traditional eyeshadow primers. I don't really think they do anything, or I just have not found a good one yet. Going to take a beauty sponge and I'm just going to blend that out on my eyes. Then I'm going to go into my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette, and I'm going to use the shade Conch to kind of set that. Conch is a very white, kind of neutrally shade. Then I'm going to go into my A2O Labs little palette here that I got from Shop Miss A, and I'm using the shade 5547. It is a very light purple shade that I thought was a perfect transition shade for this look. Still using that transition shade, kind of building it up slightly. It is a very, as I said, light purple shade. Blend, blend, blend. Then I'm going into my Karity palette and I'm using the shade Alexi. This is a pinky purple kind of a shadow here, and I'm working that into my crease and really a little bit above my crease as well. Working on both eyes here. Got to make sure it's all blended just the way I need it to be. I'm going back into that shade 5547 from A2O Studio, and I'm just kind of blending everything together and making sure that it is all blended just the way it needs to be. I'm going to go back and forth between the two shades 5547 and Alexi to just really make sure everything is how I want it, where I want it. That is the fun thing about eyeshadows. It is a back and forth kind of a game. Blend, blend, blend. Now I'm going into the shade Ego from the Karity palette, and I'm taking kind of a, I won't call this one a domed, it's kind of a flat, fluffy brush, and I'm just kind of working it where I want that. The thing about this shade Ego here is you do have to continuously dip into it. It is not as pigmented of a deep dark purple as I would want. This is one shade in the Karity palette that you really have to work with. And it builds up nicely, but when you start off, it doesn't look like much. And so we're just gonna build that all up in my crease as well as on the outer V of my eye. And I'm taking that directly into my crease. I'm not going too far above my crease because I want those other shades to kind of show. Blend it all out. I'm still going in with Ego there. I probably had to dip back in and get more of it. Just kind of blending it out. And just making sure that it is as purple as I want it. Next I'm going to go into Disturbia, which is that black shade. This is where I really start to build up that black eyeshadow. And this is for you, Joe, because you wanted to see how I work with black eyeshadows. So I literally place it down where I want it. I don't start to blend it out yet. I just put it where I want it, how I want it, and kind of the areas I want it. And then I'm going to go back in with the Ego shade and I'm going to start blending that. This is a process that takes a little bit. You go back and forth between the two colors until you have it exactly as deep as you want it. I could leave it here, but I wanted to go deeper and darker with that black. I wanted to make sure it still showed. I'm going through and blending it all out with Ego right now, and then I'm going to go back in with the black shade and put it right back over, just so that I get the depth and dimension that I'm really looking for with that shade. Then blending it back out. and trying to really keep it in that area. I don't want it to go too far over on my lid. I don't want it to take over my eye. I just really want it in that area, and I want to make sure that it's blended just how I want it, especially in that crease. So I just focused my time on blending. There I go, back in with Ego to kind of blend all of that out again. It is very much, as I said, a blending game, and you have to have patience with it and to really kind of know how pigmented the black shadow you're working with is. That makes a big difference. Next, I'm going in with Alexi, and I'm just going over the top because I wanted more of that purpley pink shadow to show, and I just want it to show above. And I'm kind of using it to also soften the line. Now I'm going in with one of my favorite eyeshadows from Enchanted Lustre Cosmetics. This is Grape Nectar. It is a very purple metallic shade. I like to put this on a lip brush because I feel like I have more control of where it goes than like a traditional paddle brush or flat brush that you would use to put all over your lid. Also, because I'm only using it on like half of my lid, I wanted to make sure that I got it where I wanted it instead of having it go all over the place. But this is by far one of my favorite shades from Enchanted Lustre Cosmetics, and it inspired the entire look. So I had to use it. I kept looking at it. I was like, I need to use this shade. I need to use this shade. So here I am, finally using it. That beautiful, beautiful purple shade. It is so pretty. I'm not even going to lie. I can't stop talking about it because it's just a gorgeous shade, and I think everyone should have this shade. Just really making sure it's blended and where I want it. It's just bright and it makes it pop. Now I'm going in with the NYX Vivid Brights, and this is the shade Vivid Violet. So it has definitely been a long time since I have done my like full eyeliner on camera or have used an eyeliner with a brush to it. And so I'm just going to take my time putting this eyeliner on, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the NYX Vivid Brights eyeliner. I know that these crack, but I have found a way to kind of solve that. I use the Medusa's Makeup Eyeliner Seal to kind of make that work. In a little bit, I will show you how I actually use that to do it. I just want to say that no, I'm not saying you need to go out and buy the Medusa's Makeup Medusa's Makeup Eyeliner Seal to make this not crack. I think these should not crack in the first place. I just have them and know that they crack and know that the best way to kind of use them is with the eyeliner seal for now. I am probably not going to repurchase these NYX Vivid Bright eyeliners because they do crack, and I don't feel like you should have an additional product that you need to use to make them work. So I just wanted to preface that before I show you what I do. And I let them kind of dry for a little bit. I don't go right in with the eyeliner seal. That's just me making sure those wings. So here's the Medusa's Makeup Eyeliner Seal. I'm going to take about 2 drops of that into the top of the lid. I'm going to take an eyeliner brush, and I'm going to dip that into the Medusa's Makeup Eyeliner Seal, and then I'm just going to go right over the top of the eyeliner. I like to use this eyeliner seal more to create my own colorful eyeliners with like loose pigments and things, but I decided that I was going to give this a try a few days ago, and when I saw that it worked and it kept it from cracking, I was like, oh, I can actually use these now instead of them just sitting there. Now I'm using the Maybelline Colossal Great Lash or something like that. Next, we're going to do my eyebrows, and I'm actually going to go into the Ego shade from the Karity palette. I felt like being all purple today, and yes, that is a Harry Potter themed makeup brush. I mean, if you don't have those, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I'm totally kidding. You don't need them. Unless you're a huge Harry Potter fan, then they're so worth it. But now I'm just going to go through and kind of outline my brows and get everything to work. You're going to see me constantly dipping back into that Karity palette. but I do my best to kind of make my brows work for me. Lately they've been on decent behavior. I was going to say good behavior, but it's completely decent behavior and not good behavior. Like they're trying to get away with something. I feel it. One brow done, and now on to the next one. Gotta get those brows to just look beautiful because they frame my face. And for anyone who is just getting into doing their eyebrows, let me tell you, it is a process. It is a lot of work, but once you figure out what works for you and how you want to shape your brows and all of that fun stuff, it is amazing to see where you've come from and how well it works. Now I'm taking that Grape Nectar shade and I'm going over the top of Ego from the Karity palette because I just need more purple in my life. All of the purple, always purple. I'm more focusing that on the tail end of my brow and to the middle part of it than I am going into the front. I want to keep that front kind of lighter and kind of have it gradiate into that deeper purple. That's what I was going for anyway. I don't know if I accomplished that, let's be real. I mean, it is me doing my eyebrows on camera. Yay. And this takes me quite a while. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my face off camera. I will be right back because we have a couple more things that we're going to do to our eyes as well as our lips, and I want you guys to see that. Okay, so I am back. I went ahead and did my base makeup, contoured, put on some blush, and I'm using my Wet n Wild color Icon Ombre Blush, and this one is in a purple haze. I am going to go ahead and we're going to finish up this eye look. I'm going to go into the Aurora Glow Kit. I'm going to use that shade Spectra right there, and we are going to run this along the brow bone as well as in my inner corner. Okay, so now that my brow bone's done, we're going to go ahead and put it in the inner corner. I'm also going to use this to highlight in my face. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to run this Grape Nectar shade underneath my lash line. Just need the right brush for it. Okay, so now that my eyes are done, I'm going to go back into the Aurora Glow Kit and I am going to highlight using Spectra again, which is the purple shade. My husband just got home from a haircut, so if you hear that, that's what's going on. Can't wait 30 seconds while I film. Every time, without fail. Yeah, I'm a little irritated because he knows what I'm doing right now. Convenient. I don't know what to do with that. Oh, it stopped. Okay, so we're going to use the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Roxy. So I'm going to let that dry down a bit because we are going to have one more step where I'm going to use this Medusa's Makeup Metal AF Lip Gloss in Kiss Me Deadly. And this lipstick does not take long to dry down. So we're going to start placing this and give ourselves kind of a metallic look. Well, there you have the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are, and bye!